Hello everyone, it's me, Big Gay Steve. How you doing? Before we get started, please like and subscribe and hit the dinner bell so that every time I do a video, you will get a notification, okay? Look what I got for you tonight, okay? You're like, oh, that's fancy, Steve. Yeah, I know, girl. That's a marinated pork steak from the Mexican store down the street, girl. They have these marinated pork steaks. They're so good. Oh, they're wonderful. And then I got me some Pancit that my imaginary Filipino husband made. Homemade Pancit, girl, so good. It's like vegetables and chicken and noodles. It's so good. And then I got me some vinegar for dipping over here. Got some of this here. And then I was craving some chicharrón, so I got me a small bag of chicharrón, girl. We'll bite this in a minute. It's just a little bit of chicharrón. Give me a mukbang. Oh, girl, let me take it out of the plastic. Ooh, you're like, Lord have mercy, Steve. I know, girl, isn't that just the biggest damn chicharrón you ever saw, girl? But girl, when I go chicharrón, I go hard. Ugh. Of course, see? Shit. Now we can get a mukbang picture. Okay. Ooh, let's give it a bite. Dip it in the vinegar, girl. Hi. Not good. Get away from that product. I'm gonna make her stab you. And then we got the steak and the pancit. Okay. Cheers, everybody. It stopped right now, but when I was about to turn a video on, my neighbors next door to me, their son just turned 16, and they bought him a truck that's lower to the ground, and it's got these big ass speakers in it, and he's out there right now taking videos and pictures of his truck and shaking my whole house. With this, he's probably gonna post it on YouTube, so I'm gonna leave him alone. I used to do that too when I was a kid. I had the big speakers, and I used to, annoy the neighbors. So I'm not gonna call the police or be a big old Karen or nothing. I'm gonna let it go for now. But if he fucks up my mukbang, I'm gonna have to go over there and have a talk with his parents. Anyway, girl, I don't remember what it's like to turn 16. So let's try out this marinated pork steak first, girl. I love pork steaks. I usually fry mine. But these are pre-marinated, girl. I just put them in a new wave oven. Dip them in the vinegar, girl. So good. Yeah, the chicharrón, when I went to the Philippines, that was the first time I'd ever seen anybody dip chicharrón in vinegar. We were riding from Manila to the province, what is it called? El Norte, somewhere out there, girl. On the Florida bus. And the Florida bus broke down halfway in between. So they pulled over at this little roadside place, and we were waiting for them to bring another bus to continue the journey. And there was this man selling chicharrón in a little bag. And then he said, "You want vinegar?" And I'm like, "Yeah." My imaginary husband said, "Oh, you'll like vinegar." So he whips out another baggie, a little empty baggie, and then this is no shit, girl, he pulls a Jack Daniels bottle out of his pocket. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna like this vinegar, girl. He pours it in there. He was just using a Jack Daniels bottle to carry his vinegar, but I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, he poured some vinegar in a little plastic bag, and we were dipping our chicharrones in there, girl. Eating it, waiting for the Florida bus to show up. The music stopped. So I think the little 16-year-old boy got his video in, girl. Anyway, this is homemade pancit, girl. My imaginary husband made this, girl. He is a master at making this, too. I've eaten this in restaurants and everywhere. None of it is as good as his, girl. I'm thinking about trying to go live tonight as a practice run. Okay, so you might see me go live, but don't get upset if I don't stay on live very long, because I don't know. My phone isn't real big, and I don't know. I want to be able to see if y'all comment so I can talk back to you, but I don't know. Last time I tried it, something happened. Like the phone kept dimming, and I couldn't see your comments. So then I was just sitting here talking to myself because I didn't know what y'all were asking me. But if I can do it, we'll try maybe later. I'll try, girl. Oh. Hell yeah, girl. The chicharron. There we go, girl. So make sure y'all still there, girl. Oh. Yeah, I'm old now, so my first instinct when the house started shaking was to call the police. But I used to be 16. I know how it is. I don't want to be like that. I'm like, you know, it's not that bad. If pictures start falling off the wall and shit, I might have to go there and talk to him. But he was jamming out on some, they're Mexican people. He was jamming on some Mexican music, girl. I didn't know Mexican music had all that bass in it, girl. Shit. I thought only rap music had that. He was kicking it with some cumbia, honey. That cumbia, that'll tear your house down, girl. Oh, man. Got bell peppers and cabbage. Repollo, I think they call it. Onions, chicken. It puts all kind of Filipino seasoning in it, like magic syrup and whatnot. I'm dipping it in this, but then I think I already showed you that, girl. We got a Filipino store in town. They sell all this shit, girl. He was so happy when he got to America. He found out there was a Filipino store right here in town. He's like, oh my God. They sell every kind of thing you can imagine up in there. Oh, this is so good. Hell yeah, bro. So a few days ago, I was walking in a convenience store, right? I was gonna buy me a pack of cigarettes. And as I grabbed the front door, I opened the door just a little bit, and they had a sign on the door that was advertising some cigarettes for cheap, you know? So I was just looking at the sign, and I just kind of went like this to open the door. All of a sudden, this bitch coming out the door with her boyfriend behind her. His pants were down, like sagging. You could see his butt. And she says, "Excuse you." I was like, man. She walked past me and her boyfriend just smiled all big and shit. Like, he thought it was funny. I was thinking, you know what? It's a good thing your pants are already pulled down, because I'm about to give you a spanking. A spanking you deserve. That's so rude. These young people today. Anyways, I come back out of the store and they're still sitting in their car. And they look too young really to be driving this car, but they were driving this Audi, this real nice white Audi. And so I noticed the car because it really didn't fit them, you know. I thought homeboy would be driving a Dodge Challenger or some kind of Mopar product. Anyways, so I happened to notice the car. Anyway, today on the way home from work, I stopped at Walgreens and got this expensive ass grape juice to drink, or wine. And I pull up and I see this car. I'm like, oh shit. That's the car. Okay? I was like, now's my opportunity to check this bitch. Because I didn't do it at the time because it just shocked me that she said that. So I'm like, I'm gonna read her now, girl. I'm gonna read her like a Stephen King novel, honey. So all I remember about her, though, I didn't really get a good look at her, but she was kind of short. Was a black girl and had some long weave hair and shit. So I was looking around Walgreens and I seen about 5 bitches that matched the description. So I was like, well, I don't know which one it is, and I damn sure ain't gonna check the wrong black woman, because I might get my balls cut off. So anyways, I went back out to my car. I was parked right next to it, and I just sat there, and I was looking at YouTube. I was just waiting, girl. I was waiting. Finally, this old white lady comes out of Walgreens and gets in the car. It wasn't even the same car, girl. I was like, can you imagine if I would have just went up there and just checked the bitch? It was just, I thought it was her. Like, bitch, excuse you. That's what's up. She'd have been like, what in the hell is this man doing? And then I probably would have had like a chalk outline of my body drawn out on the floor, girl. Oh, I love this Pancit. Girl, I'm telling you, and I have had this at restaurants around Houston. I've had it at all the Filipino restaurants. What's the famous one? Jerry's, and what's that place that sells the chicken? I forget. Not Jollibee, the other one. Max. Their Pancit ain't as good as my imaginary husband. Hell no, bro. We always talking about opening like a Filipino restaurant, because if he was doing the cooking, shit, bro. But the problem is, he's too pretty to be back there cooking. I know he wouldn't do it. I'd be back there he'd be teaching me how to cook. He ain't into that kind of sweating in the kitchen. He ain't going for that. I know right now, bro. Get more chicharrón, bro. Hell yeah, girl. All right. Love me some Filipino food, girl. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't check anybody in the Walgreens. Oh, shit. Mistaken identity, girl. That actually happened to me one time. That's another story I got for you, girl. I used to drive limousines. Like, Steve, you've done everything, girl. Yeah, I used to fly airplanes too. Y'all didn't know that. But anyway, I'll tell you the airplane story another time. They won't renew. I'll just say this: they won't renew your license for your pilot's license when you land the plane in a rice field because you forgot to put enough fuel in it to get where you're going. But that's another time. We'll talk about that some other time, girl. Anyway, what was I saying? Limousine. Yeah. I used to drive stretch limousines in Houston back in the day. At one time, I was driving down a street called Westheimer, which is a very popular street in Houston. Hold on, bro. Anyway, I had just dropped my passengers off, thank goodness. And I was going down West Armor, and all of a sudden these two Houston cops were coming the opposite direction. And I'm just driving, and you know, it's about probably 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. It was kind of busy, you know, people getting ready to party and everything. But as these cops passed me, I don't know why, my natural reaction was just to kind of look at them. And I noticed both cops, when they passed me, they just stared real hard at me and like hit their brakes, both of them. And then I was like, what the hell are they looking at me like that for? And I passed them, and I looked in my mirror. They both turned around. Girl, they flew up on me, turned their lights. One pulled like over here, another one like on the other side of me, and they stopped me. And then the girl, it was scary, girl. They did a felony stop on me. Apparently, somebody had just stolen or carjacked a white limousine, just like the one I was driving, right up the street, and they thought I was the one. They did a felony stop. I'm talking guns drawn, behind their doors, loudspeaker, get out of the car, put your hands in the air, walk backwards, do the Macarena, moonwalk if you can, girl. They was doing it all to me. I was so scared, I was shaking. But as soon as I stepped out of the car and they saw I had a suit on and everything, you know, I looked like I was supposed to be driving a limo. I think they realized they screwed up. They stopped the wrong car, girl. But they made me walk all the way back to the police car. They didn't put the handcuffs on me, but they had me standing there like that. And then the cops said, you know, you the limo driver? And I said, yeah. He goes, where'd you just come from? And I said, I just dropped some people off right here at Ruggles Cafe. And he's like, okay. And he's like, well, we just got a call that somebody carjacked a limousine. White one, just like the one you're driving. I'm like, bitch, you know how many white limousines are running around Houston on Saturday night? You dumbass. But I know they was doing their job, girl. But anyway, that was some scary shit right there, girl. Still hot as hell today, girl. Working at that nursery. We're slow right now, though. Nobody, my glasses are fogging over because I'm so hot. Nobody's coming to the nursery right now buying plants. They're not buying fertilizer. They ain't buying shit. Ain't nobody want to work in their yard right now, and I don't blame them. So we're kind of slow. I'm getting pretty bored around there, except when the UPS man shows up. I gotta take that chair back that he was sitting in. I told y'all about that. Okay, I'm gonna take one more bite of the chicharron. It's hot in here. All right, girl. I think that's gonna do it. I love you guys. Give me a kiss. Oh, sorry. Okay. I might go live later. Don't count on it, girl. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna kind of play around with it. Okay. So you might see me go live. But if you comment, hey Steve, and then I just sign off, don't get mad at me, girl. It's because it's a big fail on this end. Okay. I love you guys. See you on the next mukbang. Like and subscribe. Girl, I need some subscribers. I need to retire, honey. I need to retire. When I bought this wine today, though, I got carded. And then when the girl looked at my license, she goes, You'd have thought she saw an ancient woolly mammoth or something when she saw the date I was born. Bitch ass girl. Anyway, I love you. See you on the next mukbang. Bye. Come on, clicker. Don't piss me off. Clicker.